viewers, welcome back. Another deadly attack has struck Benue State, renewing fears over the persistent wave of violence that has continued to affect farming communities across Nigeria's Middle Belt. At least 3 people have been killed and 2 others injured after suspected armed herders reportedly attacked 2 communities in Ohimini local government area. The latest incident has once again raised serious concerns about the security situation in Benue, a state that has repeatedly witnessed violent clashes, killings, and displacements of residents over the years. The attacks reportedly occurred on separate days between Friday and Saturday night in Elulu and Ogadaba community. According to local accounts, the violence began in Elulu, where 1 person was allegedly killed by the attackers. The following day, the suspected armed herders reportedly moved to Agadaba, where they attempted to rustle cattle. Residents said local youths confronted the attackers in an effort to protect their livestock, leading to another violent confrontation that claimed 2 more lives. A resident of Agadaba, identified as Ame, described the sequence of events during a telephone interview with journalists. According to him, the attackers first invaded Elulu before moving into Agadaba. He alleged that the armed men attempted to steal cattle but were resisted by members of the community. During the confrontation, the attackers reportedly opened fire on the youths, killing 2 people and leaving others injured before fleeing the area. The chairman of Ohimini local government area, Gabriel Adole, confirmed that the attacks occurred in both communities. He explained that the attackers first invaded Elulu on Friday, where 1 person was killed and another resident attacked before his motorcycle was taken away. According to the chairman, the same group later attempted to rustle cattle in Agadaba but failed after local residents resisted them. He said the attackers returned the following day and killed 2 more people during another assault on the community. Adole further disclosed that 2 people sustained injuries during the attacks and are currently receiving medical treatment. One of the injured victims was reportedly attacked after his motorcycle was stolen in Elulu, while the second was shot during the attempted castle rustling in Agadaba. The chairman said he was preparing to visit the affected communities to sympathize with the victims' families and assess the situation on the ground. In response to the attacks, local security personnel working alongside the police have reportedly been deployed to both communities. According to the local government chairman, the increased security presence has helped restore a measure of calm, although fear remains widespread among residents. Communities affected by repeated attacks often continue to experience anxiety long after the violence has ended, with many people reluctant to return fully to their farms and daily activities. The latest killings come against the backdrop of ongoing insecurity in Benue State, where several communities have experienced repeated attacks in recent years. Benue is one of Nigeria's major agricultural states and has frequently been at the center of conflicts involving farming communities and armed groups. These incidents have resulted in significant loss of life, destruction of property, and the displacement of thousands of residents, creating both humanitarian and economic challenges. The residents have linked the renewed attacks in Ohimini local government area to heightened tensions following the killing of the Benue State chairman of the Maiti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, Risco Mohammed, in June 2026. While there has been no official confirmation connecting the latest attacks to that incident, The killing generated widespread reactions and has remained part of discussions surrounding security developments within the state. For many residents, however, the immediate concern is safety rather than speculation over possible motives. Communities that depend heavily on farming and livestock continue to face uncertainty as recurring attacks disrupt economic activities and force families to abandon their homes. The fear of further violence also discourages investment in agriculture, which remains the primary source of livelihood for many people across rural Benue. The attacks also highlight the continuing challenge facing security agencies in preventing recurring violence in vulnerable communities. While security deployments often increase after attacks occur, local leaders and residents have repeatedly called for stronger preventive measures, improved intelligence gathering, faster emergency response, and sustained security operations capable of deterring future assaults before lives are lost. At the time this report was compiled, the Benue State Police Command had not issued an official statement regarding the latest attacks. Efforts to reach the command spokesperson, DSP Udeme Edet, were reportedly unsuccessful, as telephone calls placed to her were not answered. Authorities are expected to provide further information as investigations continue into the incidents. The renewed violence has once again drawn attention to the broader security challenges confronting Nigeria's Middle Belt. Despite repeated security operations and government assurances, many communities continue to experience deadly attacks that leave families grieving and residents living in fear. Each new incident also renews calls for lasting solutions that address both immediate security concerns and the underlying factors contributing to violence in affected regions. As investigations continue, many Nigerians will be watching closely to see whether those responsible for the attacks are identified and brought to justice. Beyond the immediate tragedy, the latest killing serves as another reminder of the urgent need for effective security measures capable of protecting vulnerable communities. For the families who lost loved ones, however, the priority remains seeking justice, rebuilding their lives, and hoping that such attacks do not happen again. For more updates, stay with us on News Express.